Hey everyone, Cash here, back with another video from Madden 16. Today we continue our franchise with the Oakland Raiders, and we have made it to our first offseason. We re-signed players in the last episode. This time it is free agency. You see some of the positions of need as we go through: quarterback, right tackle, backup right end. We need another D tackle. We're going to need another left outside linebacker. Another corner would be helpful. And then we need another free safety and strong safety, as we lost a backup at free safety, and we lost Charles Woodson to retirement. Janikowski retired as well, so we need a kicker. We have $61 million in cap room, a lot of money to spend. You see some of the top wide receivers here, and there's one name that is really intriguing me, Percy Harvin there. We'll have to see how much. Well, he wants $14 million over 4 years, $5.48 million bonus. Not too bad, but we'll see who else is on this list. As we have Mohamed Sanu. We have got James Jones, Jermaine Kearse, Charles Johnson, a lot of names actually, not too bad, but as far as scheme fits, Percy Harvin does fit our scheme. So as we look through this list, not really seeing anyone else. Let's take a look at Percy Harvin. What are his stats looking like nowadays? 28 years old, has had some injury issues, 92 speed, 98 acceleration, or 98 agility, 92 acceleration, 87 catch. Does it have injury on here? It does not. Speed type, West Coast offense. I mean, he is looking pretty darn good, so we'll have to think about that one. At right tackle, I see one name at the top, Leandre Waddle. We do need to upgrade our right tackle as our best one, even though he's still hurt, is only a 72, so we might maybe look at him there. D tackle, we need another D tackle. There are some names here, not really many that fit our scheme. At left outside linebacker, we actually have a couple options here: Tahir Whitehead, Nigel Bradham, and Bruce Irvin. And this name right here intrigues me because Irvin, quite the pass rusher. To pair him with Aldon Smith and Khalil Mack, that would be quite the trio of pass rushers, Then moving on to corner, we have Sean Smith, who, this is interesting, 94 overall, only wants a one-year contract, 11 bids for him already, but I wonder, because we have the money, do we just go all out and go for him at the top? Otherwise, there are quite a few of other options here: Alfonso Denard, Drake Kirkpatrick, a lot of other names as we go. Pretty quality corners. We do have two, I would say our corners are pretty solid. They are mid-70s. Then you go to free safety, you got Harrison Smith up there at the top. I don't think we really need to go that big. And then at strong safety, a little disappointed in the options at strong safety, but we do need to pick up at least one. And then at kicker, we've got a few names. Greg Zuerlein, I see jumping out there, the big leg. But as far as making some offers, we're going to go back to Percy Harvin here. We are going to give him an offer, $13 million, $5 million bonus. Don't know if that will be enough to sign him, but we'll see what he thinks about that. So Percy Harvin's going to be our first offer. We'll move on to kicker here. This is the next one. I'm debating between Zuerlein and McManus. I'm going to end up going with Greg Zuerlein here. He wants 8.36 over 4 years with a 920 bonus. So we'll give him, well, we're going to kick this up to 940. And the salary, I think we're just going to keep right there, see if that does the trick. Now, going to right tackle, Leandre Waddle. That's someone we're all pretty familiar with. If you saw last year's Lions franchise, this guy was an absolute beast at right tackle for us. Very consistent, did develop, not quite as fast as some of the other players, but he was a very solid starting right tackle. So we're going to give him the $12 million, 4.4 bonus over 4 years. Everybody pretty much won in 4 years, but I think he would be very good at that right tackle position. Then we need a backup center, Ryan Cook, This guy pretty cheap and looks to be a pretty solid backup, one of the few centers that is the West Coast scheme, as that is the offense we're running. So we're going to give him about $2 million, 300 bonus. Not too bad, pretty cheap, especially for being a 75, so we'll see if we can do that. And then Nate Garner, we need a backup at left tackle. This one, again, just a solid West Coast scheme guy, $950,000. Pretty much nothing. We'll maybe look for one of those offensive lineman positions in the draft as well. And then moving to outside linebacker, we are going to offer Bruce Irvin $22 million. Well, he wants 24, basically 25 over 4 years and a 4.4 bonus. Comparing him with Tahir Whitehead, Nigel Bradham, they're all about the same amount of money. Actually, those other two are a little bit more, as you do see that they are a little higher rated, but we're going to see if we can get him. And then going to quarterback, I'm going through here and I see one name immediately sticks out. The Redskins have released Robert Griffin III. We cannot not offer RG3 a contract. This is a guy that was kind of cast aside, unwanted in Washington. He's in that West Coast scheme, and I think this would be an awesome backup quarterback to have if anything happens to Derek Carr. As you saw, he got hurt this past season, and we did not have the greatest backup, so we're going to go after him. Those are the offers we have. We're going to simulate on to stage number 2. Let's see who we get. And look at this, we do have some accepted. Leandre Waddle has accepted, Garner has accepted, and Percy Harvin has accepted. Surprised he took that contract so fast. So we've got our first 3 players. This is what we have left. We're still in the lead for Irvin, Zerline, the only offer, Cook, the only offer, and Griffin, the only offer. So Irvin does have 7 bids, but looks like we're kind of on top there. We're going to go back, make some more offers. Sean Smith, you know what? Let's just give him the money he's asking for. We still have, what, $29 million in cap room, and he could turn out to be a very good player. And if not, it's only a 1-year deal, so no big deal. Stevie Brown, we're going to send an offer for the strong safety there, see if he wants to come play for the silver and black. As you see now, those are the current players we have offers to. We're going to simulate now again to the next stage. We go from stage 2 to stage 3, and only one accepted, Greg Zerline. So we do have our kicker of the future replacing Sebastian Janikowski, but no one else has accepted. Let's take a look here. And some people have come into play. Sean Smith is liking the offer from the Seahawks more. We're still in the lead. Stevie Brown is getting an offer from the Lions. But otherwise, everyone else still has us number 1 on the list. So we're going to bump this offer up for Sean Smith. A 94 overall corner. I mean, I know it is a lot of money. 14 million, 15 million is we're going to bump it up a couple million. But for just a 1-year contract, we can't not make a play for this guy. And then seeing as how Stevie Brown looks to be going to the Lions, we really don't want to offer him any more money. We're going to go back and we're going to make an offer to Bakari Rambo, former Georgia Bulldog, 3 years in the league, also fits, or at least you don't see that it fits our scheme, but really we do play a 4-3, so this should be okay. And he's very, very cheap, $950,000. We're actually going to bump it up a little bit so we can make the bonus 0, just in case he doesn't work out where we find somebody in the draft, and then we can just release him. And then free safety, looking through here, I see Reggie Nelson. We do need a backup free safety, and you know what? He only wants a 1-year deal, so you know what? Let's throw the money out there. We still have $24 million in cap room when taking into account all the offers we made, so we're going to make an offer for him. And then we need another D-tackle. I end up settling on Brandon Meva, and I know going off a lot of these guys, we do have the draft upcoming, but some of these contracts are pretty cheap that if we find someone better, we do have the ability to release some people. So here are all the offers we have going out. Let's see who we get. We're going to simulate on to the final stage of free agency. And who did we get? Sean Smith, Robert Griffin III, Bruce Irvin, Brandon Mebane, Cook, Rambo, Stevie Brown. The only one that rejects, we get everybody else on our list, Reggie Nelson as well. So, all right, a pretty successful free agency here as this team absolutely starting to take shape here in this offseason. We had a lot of turnover, a lot of people to re-sign. In the last episode, if you saw re-sign, we had, I think, 26 players up to be re-signed, and a lot of them rejected our offer. So we had a lot of spots to fill, and we still do have some spots to fill, as in the next episode, we will have the NFL draft. We will be picking in the middle of the first round, I do believe, and there still is some work to be done as far as preparing for the draft. I got to fill in all of these players we have signed in free agency, see where they fit in the team, and then see where the holes still exist. As, of course, we'd like to get some impact players in the draft. Obviously, it doesn't look like there is any position that is of super need in the draft, but as always, we want to try and find those diamonds in the rough and those solid players, as that was something that helped us so much in our series last year with the Lions. We drafted very well and were able to get some guys that helped us tremendously to end up winning the Super Bowl, which is something we hope to do in this series as well with the Raiders. So the draft is going to be in the next episode. That is it for this one, though. If you enjoyed it, please go ahead and give it a like. I would really appreciate it, and subscribe to see any future videos that I make. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.